This is RePower International, a company focused on recycling electric vehicle batteries. Did you know that 95% of EV batteries remain unrecycled today? This is a huge amount, as there are around 40 million EV cars that have been produced. While on the other side of the world, 685 million people in developing nations don't have access to reliable power. So how do we connect these two issues? At RePower International, we aim to convert depleted EV batteries into power sources for third world countries. These batteries that can be used in disaster zones will power temporary shelters, medical equipment, communication systems, and lighting in cities in the case of disasters. This will create a sustainable and reliable solution for developing nations without stable power grids. Well, let's take a look. EVs are getting more popular, where over 6 million Teslas are being driven in the US. However, what are we supposed to do with them once their batteries are depleted? Practical battery lives only last up to 10 years, where they will then degrade to become 70% of what they used to be. Lithium ion, the key ingredient in EV batteries, is a nasty chemical that is terrible for the earth. But is there another way that these half-depleted batteries can be used? Because EVs only started getting popular in 2015 and after, the technology is still so new. Many companies just throw these batteries away when they're used. That's why RePower International's solution is a blue ocean. The problem with developing nations such as Nigeria, Ethiopia, and Cuba is that power is only accessible to 20% or less of the population, and there are frequent power outages. For example, in Cuba, many people suffer from frequent blackouts and power cuts, lasting sometimes for hours a day. Because many of Cuba's power plants are decades old and still aging, they are prone to breaking and also result in frequent outages. Our solution is to create a large battery pack that can be used to power relief centers in emergency zones. These battery packs will be made from EV car batteries and will be sent along with the solar panels to countries in need. The average EV car can hold around 70 kilowatt hours of energy, and while the batteries will have less capacity from use, they will still be able to hold about 70 to 80% of the original capacity. This means that the car batteries can still hold around 50 kilowatt hours of energy. For emergency response, a medium-sized generator will be able to take around 25 kilowatt hours of energy per day. This means every recycled EV car battery can do the work of 2 medium-sized generators. This could be a massive help in disaster relief. Not only this, but when not in critical situations, an average person in the third world countries uses around 0.5 kilowatt hours of energy per day. When not in emergency situations, however, these EV car batteries and solar panels could help power a small African village of 100 people. Our target market is third world nations that have unreliable electricity, preferably with high sun to power solar panels. Unlike other car companies that recycle their dead batteries so people can buy and reuse them in cars for a high price, our goal is to work with nonprofits and governments so that they are much more affordable power units to help third world countries. Many countries need power and don't have it. Electricity is such a huge necessity for all countries to have, to power crucial buildings in emergency situations such as hospitals and other disaster relief zones. Let's take a look at the ERRC chart. RePower International will aim to eliminate the landfill of so many end-of-life EV batteries, as well as eliminating reliance on expensive or polluting energy sources. We will reduce the reliance on the power grid, cost of emergency power solutions, and reduce environmental impact. Our goal is to raise environmental awareness and sustainable energy solutions. And lastly, to create an affordable energy storage unit and economic opportunities. At RePower International, we aim to convert depleted EV batteries into power sources for third world countries. These batteries that can be used in disaster zones will power temporary shelters, medical equipment, communication systems, and lighting in cities in the case of disasters. This will create a sustainable and reliable solution for developing nations without stable power grids. It's time for a new way of recycling EV batteries with RePower International.